Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lollipop and today I am so excited because I have some big updates for my channel as well as for myself in general and some little updates here and there. So that being said, this video is going to be more of an update video rather than a comparison video or a trail riding video like I normally do on my channel. But there will be some surprises here and there throughout the video, like some new bikes I've been looking at, as well as a test ride on the new 2021 Trek Marlin 7. So stick around if you want to see that. But before we get any further, I want to really apologize for all the noise in the background. There is a lot of construction going on right now, and I tried to find the quietest place I could find. I'm actually on the highest hill I could find near me, and it's still really bad. So I apologize for that. I'll try to record when it's quieter. But you know what? Let's jump right into these updates because, as the title suggests, I did get a job at Trek, and that is my biggest update. I'll go over the next few updates after I talk about this one, and I am going to be addressing some stuff I've been getting in the comments, so stick around if you want to see that as well. But for the Trek job, it is not a sponsored job of any sort from my YouTube channel or things like that. I just applied normally like anybody else would for a job. I was basically job hunting for the entire summer since it started. I was trying to get internships or jobs or anything like that. I was applying basically everywhere. I was applying at fast food restaurants, at wholesale shops, at retail shops, at even other bike shops, and I was rejected from all of them because I didn't have enough experience. And I even applied at some tire shops here and there just to get any sort of job. But I'm actually pretty glad I didn't get any of those jobs because it all led to this moment here where I'm actually finally able to work at one of my dream companies, which is Trek, obviously, since most of my channel is focused on Trek videos and things like that. And because of that, I obviously put my YouTube channel on my resume, and I think that's one of the big reasons why I was able to secure the position. And you know what, on that note, thank you for 5,000 subscribers. That is unbelievable. I do truly appreciate every single one of you guys watching my videos, especially you guys who are liking my videos and subscribing. Just like all that support really makes me feel amazing, and it's allowing me to reach so many things I didn't think were reachable when I first started this channel, especially with getting the job at Trek and being able to help all of you guys in the comment section. I at least read all of the comments, so if I don't respond, don't take it personally or anything. I'm just a little busy at the moment, but I will take everyone's comments and feedback into account. I really appreciate all of it because it helps make my videos better and just helps me grow as a person. But on that note, with the Trek job, I did apply about a month ago, and I kept going in for interviews and just meeting people, and eventually I was able to secure the position, and I'm having a great time so far. I started last Saturday, so I've only been there for a few days now, less than a week. I already love it so far. I've learned so much in just a few days. I'm gonna throw up some pictures and videos of stuff that I've been doing there. The first bike I ever built was actually a pre-caliber kid's bike, which is really fun because it was my first bike, and I had to start somewhere, you know. I had to start small to make sure I didn't make any mistakes while going up. And I built 6 bikes my first day. Most of them were kids' bike. One of them was actually a cruiser, which is pretty interesting because it didn't have any brakes on it besides a pedal brake. So it was just really easy to build, which is surprising because it was so big and I wasn't sure if it was going to be easy. And then the next day, I was already on to building bikes with gears and drivetrains and things like that. So I built my first kids' bike with a drivetrain. And then I built an 820, which is the least expensive mountain bike that Trek actually sells on their website. It has 26-inch wheels, and every single bike that I make that, you know, is of my correct size, I get a test ride. So I definitely gave that one a test ride, as well as all the other bikes that I was making. And as I'm adding different pictures and videos throughout this video, I do want to state that I will be posting most of these pictures on my Instagram story, and basically anything interesting I find at work or think that might be a fun fact for you guys to know, as well as some information that might be new to me that I wasn't able to cover in a comparison video. I'll just throw up on my Instagram because it's going to be easier. So please follow that. It's Lollipop_MTB at Instagram. And I include things like this. We had a wonky shifting sign on our Vasco that we had to fix, as well as this new fun fact I discovered about the Excaliburs. As I mentioned in a previous video, the Marlins have a Marlin logo on their chainstays, but the Excaliburs on their seat tube have this Excalibur logo, which has a sword and a shield in it. So just interesting fun stuff like that, as well as some bikes I've been building. I did build my first Marlin 5 recently, and it was the funnest thing ever. I got to mess with the derailleurs, both front and rear, and try to fix it so it was shifting properly, as well as add all the other components like the disc brakes, the handlebars, the wheel, and all that good stuff. So it was really fun because I got to kind of put my own bike together and have a great time doing that. And then after that, I actually made my 2021 Trek Marlin 7 in the Marigold to Radioactive Red Fade color. It was a size small in men's, so it did have that curved top tube, but I still got to give it a test ride, so I'll throw in some footage of that right now. But I do apologize in that video as well for any of the wind noise and other noise going on. I didn't have that much time to test ride it, so I kind of just had to go. And I don't think I placed the camera where it should have been, but you get a sort of idea of how the Marlin 7 rides, and I'll kind of talk about that more right now, or as I'm showing the footage. All right, so test riding the Marlin 7 2021 so far. I mean, this is a size small, feels a bit smaller than my Marlin for sure. I'm on the lowest cog in the cassette. Pretty nice. These brakes, definitely good stopping power. They feel pretty nice. Going through these gears. Very smooth, very fast. A lot faster than on my Marlin. Good. Let me try the lockout actually. I haven't tried that feature. Oh yeah, that works. That's crazy. Let me just quickly see how good that lockout is. So with the lockout off, I can definitely compress it a bit. With it on, much less. There's still some wiggle room there, but not bad. Definitely gonna make you a bit faster on the road. Actually, I'm really excited to try that the top cog on the cassette. Yeah, I'm on the top one now, and that's crazy. I mean, we already know the Marlin has that nice Dior right there. That top cog is just amazing. Got the Dior clutch derailleur. Everything seems pretty nice on this bike. The one chainring up front with that crankset. Overall, not bad at all. Really enjoying this. Pretty fast. Yeah, I think you could definitely take this bike out on the road. Use it as a commuter too if you wanted to. But basically, Marlin 7 was great. It felt pretty comfortable for me because I ride my Marlin 5 all the time. The 1x10 drivetrain was pretty nice. On the road, it seemed perfect. It was a lot better than I imagined it to be in terms of like getting good speed and like shifting gears properly and all that stuff. It's actually pretty fine for the road, I would say, if you want to use it for that purpose. And some of the other components on it, like the brakes were, I mean, I could tell the Shimano brakes were a bit higher quality than the Tektros, but in terms of stopping power, not really much of a difference in my opinion from the test ride that I had. So it's definitely a great bike. It wasn't in my size, but regardless of that fact, it was still a fun bike to ride. I think it's definitely a great bike for a beginner, perfect for a beginner, but also good for somebody who's intermediate level and wants something more on a budget. But enough of the Marlin 7. I'm gonna move on to some of the other updates I had for this video. And you know, just for fun, I'm gonna sit on the swing because it's here. But I work in the service department, as evidenced by all the pictures and all the bike building that I'm doing. I really wanted to work in the service department because I wanted to learn more about bicycle maintenance and basically how to build bikes, how to repair certain issues on bikes, so I could do that with my own Marlin 5, as well as be able to build my own bike if I were to purchase one in the future from Trek or any other company and things like that. And you know, this video would not be complete by talking about my coworkers at my job. All of them are completely amazing. They always help me out all the time, and I'm having a great time there. On to my other updates, I have been getting a lot of comments recently about wanting more trail riding videos on my channel rather than the comparison videos that I do. And you know what, I totally agree with that. I actually haven't really been able to even ride my Marlin outside recently because of a lot of different circumstances that are going on in California right now, where I live in Folsom, California. First of all, for the past month, it's been insanely hot, way too hot to go outside. It was 111 degrees for a few days in a row, and besides that, it's kind of stayed around 107, 105, around there. So it's been way too hot to bike, and it stays that temperature until sundown, and by that point I can't really record any of my rides anyway. But on top of that, because of all these high heat temperatures, we've also experienced a lot of fires in California, which have been very devastating. This happens every year, but it always seems to get worse year by year. And all these fires have released a ton of smoke into the air. So even right now, you probably can't notice it too much, but you can barely see the sky at all. It's covered in smoke, and it's pretty hard to breathe outside sometimes. Today it's better than normal, so that's why I'm outside, but normally it's really bad. So The trail riding videos are just going to be on hold for a little bit, but hopefully this stuff can get sorted out as the heat starts to go down. But yeah, those are basically all of my updates for this video. I just had to update you guys on this because it's such a big deal for my channel. But overall, I did want this video to be an update video, but I also wanted it to be a big thank you video because I would not have been able to get here without all the support that I've gotten from you guys as a fan base. You guys are like the nicest people ever. I always ask for a lot of feedback and criticisms on my videos to, you know, help me make better content for you guys, the things you actually want to see, and I really appreciate that. And I hope I can just continue to make videos and make them better and better as I go along, because obviously with this Trek job, the more I learn at the job about service and maintenance, I can help answer more questions about any problems you guys have with your bikes, as well as I'll probably learn way more inside info on various bikes that I didn't know before, like the Excalibur with the logo. I didn't know that at all. You can't really tell that from the pictures. So I'm able to find all these like nice quirks and hidden features on these bikes that I wouldn't have been able to look at before. But that is all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and once again, if you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, and leave any comments like always for any suggestions or any comments you have in general. I'll try to answer all of them as best as I can. But besides that, thank you guys so much for watching, and keep biking.